Yo, you want to debate? Yeah. What's the topic? Give me your defense and your logic. We can talk the Warriors or the Rockets, but if it's LeBron's the GOAT, stop it. Stop. Tune in every week and catch us on the podcast, but don't get mad at me if I tell you that your squad's trash. We hitting everything hard from these fighters that just got smashed. The players getting waived who came up and who just got cash. We talking firings, hiring streaks by Ironman. Whose team's acquiring, who's done and who's retiring. Who you're admiring, players you find inspiring. College athletes aspiring and contracts that's inspiring. What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the podcast, the Playmaker's Lounge Podcast. I am your host, something, hit the keys. Here today with my two special co-hosts. I got my guy over here, DSGB, that straight gangster bitch over here. Say what up to the people, Ricky.
I like that intro. That's the best one you did so far. What up, Pete?
I also got my guy, High to the Jack Gaming down here. Say what up to the people, Hi Jack.
Yo, what up, though? We got Bam and Bam. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibes. We out here.
Yo, I know this is going to shock a lot of y'all, but we're back on time this week. What? That's right. Everybody showed up to the job, ready to get rolling, ready to talk about some sports. So again, we're just coming off the top, fireballing a few issues. Like I said before, we're just throwing homework out the window. Fuck a note. We don't need that shit. But we're going to start right off today by talking about the Dallas Owlboys. The Owlboys out there in Dallas with their Owies. Did y'all catch the game last night?
Yes. That was for one. My fantasy team finally got on the board because Kyler tore y'all up for me. So I appreciate that. Ben, y'all offense looked fucking terrible, bro. Like that shit.
He looked like he just didn't belong at all. He did not belong on the center. He should have been. I don't know. He doesn't look like a starting quarterback in the league. Like he really was just last year a starting quarterback in the league, and he don't look like straight shit. And then Zeke with those fumbles, man, it was just hard to see. And this really it's gonna let people really know how much Dak Prescott really was that team, and from fucking day one, like that shit runs through number 4.
Right, because a lot of me and you, we're both in Dallas Cowboy groups, obviously, because we're Cowboy fans. And it's been all season so far, bench Dak, bring in Dalton. Like, Dak thrown for 500 yards, and they talking about Cowboy fans are just delusional, talking about it's Dak's fault, but the defense is giving up 36.5 points a game. We have Dak last night. It's a different game. Dalton looks like he was kind of timid to throw the ball down the field.
Very timid.
I know our whole offensive line is hurt, but with Dak, at least Dak was sticking in the pocket. He was at least getting plays done with the same terrible line, The defense is terrible.
At least we'll score more than 10 points.
Right.
With all those weapons we got on offense, we score more than 10 points. He was putting he gonna get CeeDee Lamb killed.
Right.
He gonna get him murdered.
And CeeDee Lamb
took so many damn hits.
He don't know no better.
He put him in
right. He don't know no better.
He put him in terrible situations because CeeDee Lamb don't give a fuck. I'm going to get it. But that's just it's crazy because the NFC East, you might fuck around and get a 6-10 team in the fucking playoffs. It's fucking possible because we playing with the AFC.
They said on the broadcast last night that nobody from the NFC East deserves to be in the playoffs.
I mean, if you win the division, based off the rules, you deserve to get into the playoffs. So, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it is what it is. I mean, just a bad season. Shit happens. No,
this shit ain't bad. This is terrible.
Yeah. I mean, the whole
that shit is terrible. Like, I mean, it's just crazy how you take Dak Prescott from that team. That's that same team from that's been getting destroyed. Like, but at least we score 30 plus points a game. And the Dalton, when you put them behind that means you got something special, and that you was just letting fade away.
I mean, The
well,
Eagles,
I mean, it gave you it showed you the value of Dak, really. Like, I think I said yesterday on my personal stream, I was like, yo, like, we always roast Dak and talk all that shit, but like, you can clearly see, like,
You can clearly see
how much
plain as day.
well, I think I've been saying for the grip that since probably week 15,
you know I've been a Dak fan from the get.
But since like week 15 of 2018, Dak's been the best player. So even last year, everybody was like, Zeke's the best. Dak's been the best player for well over a year now. When the game before they played the Giants and he threw for 400 yards in 2018, and then in the playoffs versus Seattle and the playoffs against the Rams, all of last season, Dak been the best player on the team. And he just gets hated on because he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't know why people hate on him.
Because he's the quarterback.
Bad. I remember they was talking about how, there was the big thing was him and Carson Wentz. Like, who's better, Dak or Carson Wentz? I'm like, y'all do not see what I see. Like, how do you not see? Okay, Dak's doing this. Dak was the offensive player, the rookie of the year. Dak then took his team to the playoffs. He led his team to the playoffs. But they try to give it to Zeke. They try to say it was all Zeke. Put the ball in 20. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Put the ball in 21 stomach. Now you putting the ball in 21 stomach. He's so nervous. He coughing it up every goddamn time he touch it.
Well, it's
that motherfucker. Somebody sneeze on him. The ball on the ground, and he lose him. Like,
well, it's mainly
because
because
ball too. Him
that gets all that hate because he's the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. You either love the Cowboys or you hate the Cowboys. No matter where you go, if you don't like the Cowboys, you hate them. Like, there's Oakland Raiders fans that hate us. Why you hate us if you're an Oakland Raiders fan, you know? There's New England Patriot fans that hate us. Why you hate us if you're a New England Patriots fan? I mean, if you're not in our division or our conference, you shouldn't really hate the Cowboys. But everybody hates the Cowboys, and they always have a skewed opinion on the Cowboys because it's just a cool thing to do. It's the popular thing to do to hate the Cowboys, you know?
You should.
But y'all kind of.
I hope
at the same time.
I hope
what was that?
Jerry Jones realized what he had sitting home trying to recuperate and go ahead and get that dude the contract that he deserves and bring him back. Because what we got right now, we got to figure something out. Honestly, I'll say trade Zeke, get something for him.
That's what I was talking with yesterday with my pops. I was like, we got to probably trade Zeke or Amari because we're going to sign Dak for $40 million. We got DeMarcus Lawrence, who's got that $40 million or $20 million contract. We got Jalen Smith, who's making $15 million a year. We got Tyron making like 9 or 10. We got all these high-paid players. Somebody's going to have to go. I don't know. I'd probably keep Zeke, and I'd probably trade Amari because you can get.
I get rid of Zeke. The
reason I would trade Amari is because Amari hasn't showed up at all this year. And with Amari, we already have CeeDee Lamb and we have Michael Gallup. So we could probably get Michael Gallup.
It's a part of that, though.
We could probably keep Michael Gallup for half the money that we pay Amari, and that just opens up more room. Because and we can get stuff. You know, if we keep Amari, then Michael Gallup is probably going to leave because they're probably not going to want to pay 3 receivers. So we could at least get rid of Amari.
Gallup on his 3rd year, right?
Yeah, but he's a 3rd-year pick, so he only has a 3-year contract, I believe.
Nah, it's 4 and 5. I thought it was 4 and 5. It's 4 and 4 and 5 year contracts. The first rounds get the 5 years, and the others get 4. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. Maybe he does get a 4. Ricky, you're really cutting out real bad too. This whole podcast so far.
For real?
Yeah, you've been cutting out on my end.
I can hear him fine. I was asked if you guys can hear me though. That was what I was trying to get to.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You say what?
Okay. This motherfucker. I was gonna say, for one, just off of that topic, like I would much rather have Amari than Gallup though. Like if I really had to cut one of those receivers, I would be trying to get rid of Gallup. And if I know he don't make as much money as Amari, but I'd way rather have Amari on the team. Unless you want to give us Amari, because you could give us Amari, I'll be happy.
But if we get rid of Amari, if we keep Amari, that means we got to get rid of Zeke, so we don't have a running back. You know,
I'd rather get rid of Zeke. Honestly, keep the little 3-headed monsters we got. We got Tony Pollard. We got the other what's the Mike, what's his name?
Ekendowie, Adenoe. I don't know his last name. I can't pronounce it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we have a plentiful full of running backs, and we can get somebody just to maintain. Don't fumble. Don't turn the ball over. I ain't taking nothing away for Zeke, but I think we can get a lot more for Zeke than we would be like Amari.
I don't think so. Nobody's trading much for a running back who makes $20 million a year for the next 5 or 6 years. Like, you got to realize where the position of running back's going and what people are willing to give up for a running back. People
go get him, bro.
I don't think so.
I think they'll go get him because he's still considered a top 3 running back in the league right now.
Yeah, but it's his contract. His contract now, he's still going to be owed 4 years, like $80 million. Nobody's going to want to pay a running back who's already got 5 years of tread on the wheels for 4 more years. I mean, it's just the position of running back and how it's gone lately.
I'm just saying that's what I would try to do. I would just build. I'll try to go find some linemen or something else and just get rid and trade Zeke. Because the offense is gonna obviously, Mike McCarthy. First of all, how he liked to play. He likes to throw the ball.
Right.
So that running stuff really ain't even his big forte. So he go ahead and you got Pollard out a little running back. Oh, Mike Weber, that's the other one. It's another one.
No, Mike Weber's gone. They cut Mike Weber.
Oh, they did?
I ain't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah, they cut him.
Oh.
They got that dude. His name was Ekendowie. Adding something. He was a free agent, rookie this year. Is our third free running back. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about though. Yeah, but anyway.
Well,
I'd rather that because our offense is gonna work, and with Dak at the helm, just gotta patch that defense up, and I think you can get something better with I think you can get something for Zeke.
I just stress enough. With the way that the running back market is, I mean, it's just proven tried and true that they're not giving up anything for running backs. Nobody's trading for running back. But what I will say is that they get rid of Amari, we still have Michael Gallup. We have CeeDee Lamb. We have Cedric Wilson. We have Devin Smith. So they have receivers. That's why I'm saying that it would be better for them to get rid of a receiver versus a running back because they still have – we have so many damn receivers on our team right now. It's crazy. It's crazy how we went from Dak not having anybody to throw the ball to Dak having more people to throw the ball to than he knows what to do with. Dalton Schultz, Blake Jarwin's coming back. We got 2 solid tight ends who can catch the ball. I just feel like if we trade a receiver, because it's got to be either Zeke or Dak. It's got to be one of those. I mean, not Zeke or Dak, but it's either got to be Zeke or Amari. It's got to be one of those two because they're both making upward, 15, 20. But Amari's making 20 to Zeke's 15. So, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Amari's easier to replace than Zeke. Because Tony Pollard, nice, but we don't know how nice he really is because he's not starting. He's coming in while the defense is already a little tired and playing. Versus coming in fresh every game.
Nah, I saw him play. I mean, when Zeke was suspended, like
he didn't play when Zeke was suspended. He only played. He was a rookie last year.
He played last year. I know he started a couple. He played a couple games. Zeke wasn't there.
He started the first game, but then he didn't start any other games after that. Zeke ended up coming in.
I'm thinking of the preseason when he was showing up.
Right.
And then like Zeke who.
What's that? Oh yeah, they was tripping.
Like Zeke, who? Yeah.
So
Zeke was that's when Zeke held out.
So I guess we'll go ahead and move on to another topic. I know Jay's down there looking bored talking about the Cowboys from Dallas. Let's go ahead and talk about Tua. Tua taking the reins from my man.
Why did they
tragic.
do that? Why did they
said it's just time.
Where did that come from? He played he threw the ball 2 times last week, and now he's a fucking starting.
Was it 2? I thought it was one.
Two times.
He was 2 for 2 for 9 yards or something like that.
For 9 yards.
100% completion percentage, baby.
Well, here's my philosophy. Every year, Ryan Fitzpatrick starts off the season on fire. So the first 4 or 5 games, he's butter. And then after that, he falls all the way apart. So I think Miami is fail-proofing themselves, and they're just like, well, we know if Fitzmagic's going to fall apart, it's going to go to tragic for Magic. So I think that they're just watching how his progression normally goes every season, and they're just jumping ahead of it. Because every year, Game 6 is when it falls apart.
But they're 3-3, and they were in every game they lost. Like
right,
they lost to Pittsburgh. They lost to Seattle. Was it Pittsburgh, Seattle?
That's every year with Fitztragic. Every year, the first 5 or 6
very
games,
close.
But that's every year.
So you're saying this game, the next game, he's going to throw?
Yeah, the next game he was going to throw 5 interceptions. He was going to go 7 for 27 with 5 interceptions and 97 yards. You know he's the worst quarterback ever.
Who they playing? They playing the Jets.
They play St. Louis.
No, the Jets.
They play the Rams, but they're on a bye week.
Are you sure? Oh yeah, they just played the Jets. You're right.
Yeah, they're on a bye week, and then they go to the Rams, or they play the Rams after the bye week.
That's crazy, man. I mean, just out of nowhere, though. I think it seemed rushed, though. I don't know. I believe that little hype with him sitting on the 50-yard line, FaceTime his mama, her first pass, a little story. They just had to break it. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that shit was thinking, but it's crazy.
It's dope. I don't know.
I don't think he ready.
You got to get him in eventually. There's like no rush to get him in, so they're getting him in on their time. Because a lot of the times, like what happens is a team starts to spiral, and then they're like, change the quarterback. But in this case, they're like, okay, we've had him in practice. He's been fine. He's looked good. Like, we got a bye week. We got 2 weeks to prepare for the Rams. Like, let's go ahead and get him going. So,
but he came out of left field with that one, though. I don't believe nobody in Vegas had that one on their betting.
Well, most people knew that probably by week 8 or so, week 9. That was like the speculation for most of the season was about week 9, week 8, he was going to come in. So if he's going to come in off a bye week, that's going to be week 8. So, I mean, that's about what people predicted him when the season started. People all thought that if he was healthy, he would start at the beginning of the season.
But everything is going well in Miami. It was all hunky-dory, I thought.
I don't think Miami cares if they make the playoffs or not this year. I think that they're more concerned with planning for the future. And I think that starting Tua is their plan for the future. So can't be mad at him.
Yeah, didn't they have like fucking 15 picks in the draft or some shit like that?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They are built for later, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Making the playoffs sounds nice, but you know, they're clearly built for later. So and they're built for it too.
I hope they keep him. I hope they keep him down, let his process run out. Because I could see a little turnaround with Miami Dolphins. They looking decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I can't lie. I don't understand how Miami don't be better. Because who doesn't want to live in Miami? You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a destination of places to go and I'm like, I can go play in Buffalo or I can go play in Miami, I'm going to go ahead and roll down to Miami and play in Miami. Miami should always have fire teams because that's an ideal destination to live.
Hell
you know?
Yeah.
And they always do sign free agents. They just be having shitty-ass coaches. You know, like they signed – I mean, they've always had – you all know Miami's had some good players over time. They just always have a shitty team.
Yeah.
So what's –
I mean, everybody should want to be in Miami. I really thought Melvin Gordon was going to go to Miami, but I don't know. I mean, at the same time, they want to win, and Miami ain't been winning, but now they look like they got a future, so they going to want to go because, I mean, they still want to hit their incentives and everything like that, but I think just as a competitor, you want to be on a team that's winning and showing that they're winning, which their turnaround is like mid-turn right now, you know. So I'd say probably next few years they'll probably land some big names in free agency, probably.
What's the over/under on the Miami Dolphins for the rest of the season? So what do you think they're going to go? They're 3-3 now, so the last 10 games of the season, what record do you think you give them?
I think they stay the same path. I would just go ahead and give them the good old 5-5 and just be an 8-8 team. Because, like you said, everybody's been playing above average. So I could see them just sticking to the same stuff and whatchamacallit, and just fucking same shit, different quarterback. They might even get a little bit more dynamic because I feel like Tua could probably take more chances than everybody else, and then Fitz was taken.
I'm nervous about Tua. Honestly, I don't know what to expect by that guy for real.
Are you nervous about are you nervous about the injury? Or are you nervous about his
the injury? I know he's pretty accurate, but he also played Nick Saban's system, and he had some dogs at wide receiver.
He still does.
I don't know. I don't know what to think of Tua. So
I'm gonna go. I
really can't even answer.
I'm with Jay. I say about 5-5. I think I picked Miami to go 7-9 this year. But when we picked their, and I speculated Tua would come in about this point. So, I can't waver on the fence. I got to stick with my my initial projections. The Jets are still hot garbage, like we predicted at the beginning of the season. Hot ass.
Yeah, terrible.
All right. Well,
wait. So for Tua, like you still have Devontae Parker, you still have Preston Williams, you still got Gesicki. Myles Gaskin has been playing just amazing this year. You got Breida right there. Like he's still gonna have weapons around him.
Right. I think he'll be straight.
Alabama
Ricky looks so disappointed. He like, nah.
Alabama is a different story than Miami, man. The Miami Dolphins right now. You talking about Nick Saban and the dominance they had over there. Compared to, Miami is a bottom feeder still until proven otherwise. I just don't know. That's my opinion. We'll see. I hope he do well. And I hope he hold up. His body hold up. Because them last couple years in college, boy, he was going through hell.
Well, I gotta come here for just 1 second. I know we're not gonna expound on it for too long. But why is the city that I live in, Atlanta, the biggest choke city in all of America? I'm a Braves fan. That one hurt. How are the Braves pulling the Falcons and letting up a 3-1 lead to the Dodgers in the NLCS and allowing the Dodgers to go to the World Series?
That's why I have DSGB on my. There was gonna be my. all those Georgia boys. They was gonna be my this ninja today.
I'm about to end the stream, bro. We got Cowboys fans in the chat. Hell no.
We're not
about to build that up. No.
I like that.
Right.
Both of these.
But yeah, man. I say it's not even. It's just not even. It's not even that. It's not even just. It's not even just Atlanta. It's just the whole state of Georgia seems like to lose.
Oh
like,
yeah, and Georgia. Alabama beat the Braves.
Georgia Tech just lost to the Tigers 73-7 to Clemson.
Yo, your boy Trevor Lawrence had 397 yards and 5 touchdowns in the first half. And then Alabama.
That shit crazy.
Alabama beat up Georgia.
But they was up 24-17 in the second half, bro.
Right.
Georgia was up.
Right.
And lost 41-24.
It hurt. I mean, I'm not a Georgia or Georgia Tech fan. I'm just a Braves fan.
I'm just saying the whole state of Georgia just fucks up, man. They just
except for the soccer team.
They are
except for the soccer team.
Cursed.
The soccer team just won a championship recently.
Galaxy or something like that. The Georgia Galaxy or some shit like that.
That's what we banking on now.
MLS. I mean, it's major.
That's what they're cheering for.
It's major league.
That was like last year. Young.
Yo, they sell out their soccer games down here. You must not know about Georgia's soccer team. Georgia's soccer team is a real deal.
I don't.
Yeah, they won it last year or something?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
It counts. I mean, we're not soccer's not a sport now, the most popular sport in the world.
It is. I'm not gonna give you that. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on that. I'm just gonna say, at least y'all got Trey Young. So something that we can watch. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch soccer. I'm sorry.
I think the Braves would be good for the future, though. They got a young roster. The whole roster is super young. So
it's so crazy because, about 3 years ago, you expected the Braves to do what they did now. It was crazy. And then they release everybody and then start young, and now they're in the fucking the champion, the NLCS.
So I got one.
They was built to win like 3 or 4 years ago. They had a squad.
That should be taking time, man. But I got one for you. So in my stream last night, I was playing Madden. Somebody came in the stream and they said that
all verticals.
All verts, fuck that. They said the Falcons need to do whatever it takes to draft Trevor Lawrence. How do you feel about that? It just popped in my head from last night.
That ain't gonna help.
Talking about Georgia.
That's not gonna help. They needed. Well, they got rid of Quinn, so
yeah, that's what they needed to do. They needed to.
Yes, they got rid of the problem. That was the whole problem.
But
so I mean, Matt Ryan, yeah, he's still an MVP. Matt Ryan ain't no garbage.
He's getting old. I mean, if you could,
that's the thing. What he got?
If you could draft
4 years, maybe.
If you could draft Trevor Lawrence and then build around, because you already have weapons for him. You know what I'm saying? You got,
but them weapons gonna get yeah.
No, you got weapons. You got Gage and you got
Calvin Ridley.
You got Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley. They're both young. They're both real young, so they'll grow with Lawrence.
Ridley's been all right.
Julio Jones is on. I mean, he's still got 5 years left in him.
Julio's just Julio.
Right. And then Hayden Hurst.
Julio been injured a lot lately. I didn't even let my boy Julio go, man. Let Julio ride.
Yo, why are you trying to get rid of everybody today, bro? He like get rid of Zeke, get rid of Julio. Like, goddamn, bro. You salty today?
You know, Julio.
Hey, that's all. I want Julio to go win, bro. Send him somewhere if he can go win, bro.
Julio ain't trying to go nowhere. Julio love Atlanta. Julio, the king of Atlanta. He ain't going nowhere.
Man,
he can be the king somewhere else.
I mean, he gonna be Julio wherever. But what's
exactly
trying to get rid of everybody though?
Right?
Is that a thing today?
No, I ain't even realize.
You're probably the only Cowboys fan that would say get rid of Zeke, bro. You're probably the only one.
Nah.
I'm
Cowboy
just playing
fans
by the
going
system.
ham. Cowboy fans.
I'm talking about the system, like. Think about what McCarthy do, bro. Like that's the only thing he do. That's why that run game shit didn't work last night, because he cannot fucking run. Like Mike McCarthy don't know how to run plays.
I don't think
more.
I don't know if
I think they should.
I don't know if I don't think that Mike McCarthy can't run the ball versus he's never really had a good running back. Because who did they ever have who was a quality running back in Green Bay? Well, Mike McCarthy was the
doesn't
coach.
matter. He didn't.
I'm not green.
No, that wasn't a
that was before McCarthy.
Yeah,
that
was
was
before McCarthy. That's my cousin. So I know when he was.
He had Aaron Jones, but he didn't know how to get the best out of him.
Wasn't Aaron Jones only a rookie then?
Wide receiver.
Well, he got hurt.
Put him at scat back.
I mean, he always had Eddie Lacy. You know, he's trash. I mean, he never really had no good running backs.
Wait,
you know?
Lacy had that good year before he decided that he was going to eat mac and cheese all off season.
Right.
But,
mac and cheese and donuts.
That joke lost his
don't even sound like it go, but I guess it did for him.
Football IQ.
So I'm gonna just make a random transition. I heard a rumor also last night that Philadelphia 76ers are trying to get James Harden in a deal that would involve Joel Embiid.
I thought Houston was trying to get Joel Embiid for a deal involving Russell Westbrook.
That's what I thought too, but I've heard both, so that's why I'm like, I figure I'd bring it up to you guys since we don't got topics anyway. So, but I've heard both deals. I figured
why either one of them would even be remotely smart. I don't see why either one of them would even make sense.
Yeah, I don't see.
Honestly.
I don't see it either, because I don't see Houston trading James Harden. That's just dumb.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, you're gonna have to give me Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and something else for James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I need it all.
I need everything that you're on your roster for James Harden. And then if I'm Houston, I mean, or if I'm Philadelphia, well, yeah, that might not be a bad trade. I mean, I don't, you know, it's teams kind of built around Joel Embiid, but and then you got two players that need to have the ball in their hands. So you got Simmons and you got Harden.
Dominant.
Right. One of y'all just fart?
No. That's somebody's mic.
It's not mine.
The mic lit up. That still was dim.
It's
Ricky's. Yeah.
It's definitely Ricky.
Ricky shit fucked up.
I don't even know.
This whole podcast is fucked up.
Crapped out on him. The mic was like, you know what? I'm done today. Nah.
right.
Mike got tired of his hot take.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here, bitch.
Yeah, your
Drops
shit's...
Mike.
That shit went terrible, bro.
We might have to just call this a podcast. Ricky's mic is fucked up. He's been cutting in and out the whole podcast.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
Jeez.
That.
Yo.
Yes, it sounds better.
You got to cut that part out. I mean, you can cut it out. I'm live. I can't cut shit out. But,
I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it all in there. All the technical
get the problems of Ricky out here.
Right.
What does it sound like?
We need like a blooper reel, bro.
Right.
Every time.
What it sounded like?
Like you said, it sounded like somebody farted. It sounded like he was doing it was just static. But I got one from the group if you want that.
Yeah, we got about 8 minutes left, so
okay.
We still got to do this, ninjas. So go ahead. What do you got from the group? We can talk about it for a couple minutes.
So yesterday, Benjamin Fair posted, "Is Carmelo Anthony a top 75 player all time?"
Yes. I ain't even got to think about that. That's dumb.
I think he's top 50.
Probably.
How high are you putting him?
I can't give you that number.
I have to do a list. Yeah.
I can't think about that.
Yeah.
I might actually even put Melo in my top 40. I don't probably put him. He's not my top 30, but he might be in my top 40. He might be like 39, 40, 41, 42, somewhere around that range.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, like top 40 as well.
Because you got to think, he's better. Melo was dope. Like, he's better than
a lot of people.
Right.
He still is better than a lot of people.
Right. There's not very many players who can play offense as well as Carmelo Anthony. He's a good rebounder, He was a good player.
People remember who, and still, at however old he is right now, he's still a walking bucket.
Right. Melo was nice. Hoodie Melo. Remember when Hoodie?
His teams have never really won, though. I guess that's probably why he posted that, because they haven't. You
said player, though. You ain't saying
he's ever been to the finals, right?
No.
You said player. I look at him as a player. Individual, is he?
Right. Like, same with Tracy McGrady, would you not? Tracy McGrady's a top 7, you know what I'm saying? Player of his position. And he never made it out of the first round until you got Santonio sitting on the bench. So,
right. And then they still didn't make the finals that year, I think.
Right. Dominique Wilkins never went far. He's a dope player. He's a top 40 player.
Yeah, he was top. Yeah, he was in top 50, wasn't
he? Yeah, he's in my top 40. Dominique's cold. He's probably in my top.
I like Dominique.
I'd probably take Dominique over Melo because Dominique played better defense. But they're pretty close. You know what I'm saying? Like, one might be the 6th best small forward of all time. One might be the 7th, So, all right, guys. Well, we're making the podcast a little short today because we got some some previous engagements going on. But we still got this ninja. So I'm going to go ahead and start off this ninja with a reoccurring theme on the show. We have a habitual this ninja. His name is Donald Trump. Yo, why is Donald Trump more concerned with Joe Biden's son than he is with actual politics? Like, today he came out and said that he's trying to force the attorney general to investigate this dude's son. And he said that at the debate, he's going to bring up his son again. What the fuck does his son, Joe Biden's son, have to do with being the president? Like, what the fuck does that have to do with your job? Like, Joe Biden ain't here bringing up your son colluding with Russia. Joe Biden ain't bringing up your daughter in Jeffrey Epstein's black book. Joe Biden ain't out here talking about how you corrupted all these businesses and all that stuff. Joe Biden is only out here talking about political stuff and your job as president. You know you're doing a bad job and your ass is behind on the polls when you start bringing up people's kids. Yo, the shit that I've done that's fucked up in my life ain't my parents' fault. You know what I'm saying? Don't be calling my parents talking about, hey, I seen CJ smoking a blunt on the corner. So the fuck what, nigga? That's what it's my decision, not my dad's decision. Yes, suspect. Vote him out.
Orange says, vote him out. Vote him out.
So, I mean, that's my This Ninja for the day. How the fuck is it possible that you're spending all this time talking about this man's son versus this man's fucking political platform?
That's how he got in the office.
Right. Talk about everything but the shit that's important.
It's so funny that they don't even, they haven't, they really got a fucking new people.
Working on their stimulus too.
Right.
Yeah. No, they ain't coming out until, and then he don't get elected. That shit ain't happening.
Well, Ricky, who's your This Ninja?
Well, you already took my state of Georgia.
He was going Donald Trump too.
State of Georgia.
So that's what. So I didn't stand for that. What I say? The straight gangster bitch.
I like that though, but that was the state of Georgia. So I got him at 3 minutes. So Jay, go.
Oh, I just want to give This Ninja to Ricky's mic for what he for what it did, man. And Mike went from sounding, and you got a snowball too, right? Like you actually got like a decent mic, and like you just always have some type of weird ass technical issue, and that one's a weird one because, like I said, the snowball is a good mic and it's solid mic, but when it touches Ricky's hands,
right,
it happens,
right,
you know.
All right, guys. Sorry for the short podcast this week. Well, next week we'll be back with full energy. Appreciate you guys' time today. Make sure that you guys follow and like the page. The link is in the bio. Check out the merch. Make sure you join the group. Do all that good stuff. Follow my man Hijack Gaming on Twitch. Follow your boy something. Hit the keys on YouTube. Sign out for my guy, that straight gangster bitch. Ricky, say peace out to the people.
And we out this beach.
Hijack, say peace out to the people.
Adios. You guys have a good night.
Until next time. Peace.